Shalom to the elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashim Kakadash, and giving double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone who well. Shalom again to the elect, 144,000 prophets out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel, and the rest of the remnant of the men, women, and children who are believers in the words of the Lord, which follow the words which they hear via the prophets, which are the mouth of the Lord, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Kakadash. Yahweh meaning he is or he exists. Hashem is in the name, because we go in through the name of the mediator Yahweh Shai, who is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, to get to the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashem Kakadash, and in the name of the Spirit Holy, or Holy Spirit. Shema Machman is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables camp. Of course, giving double honors to the apostles, the elders, the elder bishops, the Great Millstone, if I didn't say that. It's coming with this we lesson notification. So you have it. I was on, I don't know why it didn't run away. Yeah, you have this clip here. I was on online on a social media site, and I was able to see this clip, and I ripped it, and I wanted to share it. And then I was just checking right now on GMS Watchman page, and basically covering some of these different migrants coming over here to America from different countries, and what they're doing in America, and pretty much is just all out crime spree. There's a ton of mischief. But I'm gonna show this video real quick.
Yeah, I just went through some traumatic stuff or whatever.
This is hand sanitizer, and this keeps us alive. And where we usually get it from is from the TTC. Sometimes I fill up 5 coffee cups, and it doesn't even last us half the night. Like, I caught tent on fire. I'm sure everybody out here has. Like, woke up, my jacket was on fire from it. But, I mean, it's a chance you gotta take to keep us warm, right? The reason we're here right now is we're each on a vent. There's a vent underneath us, right? We've got a heat vent underneath us here.
Okay.
And that's why we're here instead of in our tent, right? Sometimes you get security that's...
So, you see exactly what's going on. Okay, these are addicts, drug addicts. And I thought it was Kensington. Here in Philadelphia, you have an area called Kensington, which it starts like northeast Philly after Frankfurt, and then it's North Philadelphia extends. They'll call it the Badlands, but it's just Kensington for me. And it's one of the most biggest major open air drug markets in America, and many people go down there and get stuck. And the part of being stuck is they abuse drugs to the point where they don't go back home or their place of origin. Instead, they would sleep outside, literally outside. It don't matter where. Like literally out in the open, and that subjects them to a lot of different things, other than the elements, other people, and who will walk by, see, and take advantage that they are high or unaware, obviously because they're not sober-minded. They would take their different belongings, kind of run down them, see if they got any drugs, and just keep going. So pretty much this is extending throughout the cities because these drugs are being circulated throughout the countries and such. So I thought this was Kensington, but it actually is Canada. Okay, I'm not sure if it's Montreal or wherever, but brothers that live up there maybe can know. But this particular individual that covers it looks like the activity out there in Canada, and he is checking out this particular addict. I think it goes by Tara, who's she by her own admission started by using Percocets, prescription drugs, okay, painkillers, which as she spoke about being uppers, or I believe you can consider that a stimulant. What type of drug is perks considered? I just call them perks. And yeah, it's a Percocet. It's an oxycodone, amphetamine. Is a combination of an opioid medication. It's used to treat pain with non-opioid medications aren't. Well, yeah. It's used to treat pain when non-opioid medication aren't working well enough to control pain. So it's way stronger. But the problem is about this controlled substance is it has a high use risk of misuse and dependency and addiction. And the various doctors knew about its addictive origins and properties, but they they got people on it, and now people are in the state in which they are, which as we do state real quick, Job, the 13th chapter, 13 and verse 4, it says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are for all physicians of no value," referring to the Edomites, okay? They're plasterers, okay, because tapal in the Hebrew means they plaster over our stick, our patch, to impute falsely, all right, to sew up. So, they would, obviously, give a false statement that something is good, and it could be not. And obviously we see that with dealing with pain medications. Your medication is Yahweh Shem Shai if you're an Israelite, okay? And there are lawful medicines out of the earth, okay? The medicines Esau give you are adulterated and will destroy you in many cases. They have many different SEs, okay, which you could just know what that is, and they just treat the symptoms. Now, so perhaps I can split this lesson into 2 lessons, because that's just one part of the lesson. But let me see, through the Spirit, I could just keep going, and Lord will, it breaks into something. But you had it that the woman was using hand sanitizer, which within the continents of hand sanitizer is alcohol. Okay, hand sanitizer ingredients. Right, which is companies must use ethanol 80% or isopropyl alcohol 75% as an active ingredient. Right, the only inactive ingredients that are used are glycerin, hydrogen peroxide, and purified water. Okay, now as you would go into it, these ingredients are highly flammable, right? So I'm gonna get that real quick. Exactly. Yes, isopropyl alcohol is highly flammable. It's a flammable liquid and vapor with flammability range of 2 through 12% and 12.7%, basically 13% in air. Okay, it says that isopropyl, or if I'm pronouncing that right, alcohol vapors are denser than air and can form explosive mixtures with air. All right, these mixtures can travel to an ignition source and flash back. Right, So that's one of the problems. Like she was talking about. Um, that I believe she spoke about how she woke up and went to sleep. They took the chance, and then her jacket was on fire. It says isopropyl alcohol vapors can also explode on contact with strong oxidants. Okay, isopropyl alcohol should be kept away from heat, sparks, and open flames. It can cause serious eye irritation and may cause drowsiness or dizziness. If you get alcohol in your eye, flush with water at least 15 minutes. Okay, but pretty much it showed how a so-called homeless person would keep an open fire outside to try to keep themselves warm. Okay, which, like I say, they'll set some rubbish on fire with it, and they'll keep continually burning. But this does have different side effects right there. Okay. Yeah, and we know, of course, with us, being Israelites, and we hey, there's gonna be a time of great persecution. But a lot of times, brothers might find themselves homeless in the future. Okay, knowing that obviously the grid, the system is changing and shifting. So don't think it's far fetched that you be found outside. But obviously, as it does tell you in the book of Proverbs, um, um, that wisdom, I'll start Proverbs 1 and 4, to give subtlety to the simple and to the young man knowledge and discretion. All right, which this wisdom, knowledge, understanding to help you, um, be very, very shrewd, crafty on the right hand side, and as a better individual, be able to survive. Okay. The scriptures tell you that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of our times. Okay, and the strength of our salvation. But it's very important that Jake do and be not ignorant in a matter that's small or great. All right, so it's good, probably good, as like you see these addicts, they're outside and they learning ways to even survive outside. Well, it's probably smart and wise to know a little bit of things about being outdoors, like bushcraft and all that type of things. Okay, tools and such. All right, because there's a lot of different resources available to us out in nature that are not being like basically a harmful effect to you. All right, you have natural things such as pine sap, pine pitch, okay, which very flammable, but that's a natural incense too, and has different properties, anti that go down the list, septics and all type of bacterial different things, okay, to help you, okay. Yeah, this is in the spirit. But this is a great burning sap.
You see,
I'm gonna give this. By the way, this is for educational purposes only, and this is not medical information. Pine sap is an antiseptic, can aid in making glue, and also a great fire starter. All right.
this right here? Pine sap. Super versatile. See it, you pick it.
very smoky. I seen originally there's a coin Yashar Wanba actually uh, pick some out because a lot of in the United States here there's tons of different these different you would say pine trees, okay, that produce this. You know, it's pretty much the you would say the blood of the tree, as they say. Okay, when it's wounded, it'll ooze this out to basically recover the wound of the tree. But it has properties that's good for us.
So here's what's cool about this stuff. Number one, you can make your pine pitch with this. So you mix this charcoal and some type of binding agent and you have pine pitch, which is really, really great for any kind of gluing application. Number two, it's antiseptic. Number three, it's a great fire accelerant. And that's what I wanted to show everybody today, is how good of a fire accelerant this stuff is. So all I'm gonna do is just smear this a little bit. I'm gonna put my ferro rod right here and I'm just gonna give it a pump or two down onto there. Just get some heat, and that stuff lights right up. It burns really, really well, and it burns really long. And that's what's going on, a glob of molten material. So grabbing that pine sap right off of the tree, super valuable, and it's just easy. And think about this, it's so gooey and just sticky when it rains, the rain just repels right off it. So you're always gonna have a good fire starter. Think about using that pine sap. If you find some, grab it, use it, see how you like it. This was Dan Walker.
There you go. So a lesson came out of it. The Lord had the Spirit come out because I didn't know I was gonna bring that out. You know, originally I was like thinking, I'm like, well, look at this. But I'm more sort you know, for the natural way of doing things. And yeah, you know, it just goes to show it. Pennsylvania is ton fills with pine trees and such. And I under watching Riyashar Wamba, there's a Kwan elder, there's a council, and there's one of his videos. I ended up harvesting some myself. It was very fun to do. And a lot of obviously Gadites, Native Americans, would use it, okay, as incense. So I'm gonna get this in the book of Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 104, and verse, I'll start at the top. Psalms 104 and 1. It says, "Bless Yahweh, O my soul, O Yahweh, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty." All right, Baruch Yah, Napashia, bless my soul. In the Hebrew, Baruch is bless. Yah is my, or yeah. Usually the Yah is my, but just say Baruch Yah. Napashia is my. Napashia's soul. Yah is my. Definitely Yahweh, the Most High. Yahweh, Aliyah, my power, my God. God. It says God. Gadaliath, which Gadal means a great. All right, and I believe the Ath just would make it like a kind of like a. I'm gonna see. They got as second person masculine singular in the grammar. Let's see. So I had to recover that, but yeah, you know, it's going to it just in the Hebrew a little bit. It goes on. It says, "Who covered thyself with light with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots." Talking about the UFOs, okay? "Who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. Okay, who laid the foundation of the earth that should not be removed forever. Okay, knowing that the earth is abideth forever. And I'm gonna go down. It says, he sendeth the springs into the valleys which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild arses quench their thirst by them which so let me get it real quick. I just lost my. By them shall the fowls of heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches. He watered the hells from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruits of thy work. So that's important to know. The earth is satisfied with the fruits of thy works. Okay, and satisfied, go back to Shabai, would also mean to be abundant, I believe. When you could probably chase it exactly. You have marrying idea in abundance. All right, in drink you got satisfy. Okay, I gave you that with abundance. Okay, having plenty. Okay, and the earth is plenty with the fruits of the Lord, the works of the Lord that he put forth. Okay, so we can use these works to our advantage. He causes the grass to grow with the cattle, and the ishab, which is the herb. Yep. For the service of man. Okay, service, ibada. Okay, which means like work, labor. Okay, ministering, to serve. So you have the different herbs are to help us. Okay, and if you go back, I believe in Genesis, after we went off, you had the different herbs with we had to use them for medicine. All right, herbs. Let me see if I can find that. This is Genesis chapter 3 and 18. I could start to get this after Eve brought, obviously, the philosophy of the serpent, which is another man, same spirit in Esau too. Then he brought it to that's philosophy to Adam, and Adam took heed to it. All right, and then we have what we have now, the creature being subject to vanity. All right, but you have these different curses. Genesis chapter 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And a lot of women are gonna come and because if you've seen in that video, that woman, if she an Edomite, which me due to spirit, I believe a lot of these people that are homeless and stuff, I believe a lot of them are Israelites. That's just me in the spirit. They can hang with Jake, out in them streets, but she's laid up with a young boy. Okay. The drugs do age them, so I don't know what age she would be. She could be in her late or early 30 like mid 30s, but looks like she probably could be in her 50s to 60s range. But the drugs and being outside, that accelerates the generation. Okay, but she's laid up with a young, as I said, young boy. This dude look like he not even 30 years old, in his 20s. okay, but they know they need security from a man, okay. You being a woman, being outside, in these times to come, like I say, a lot of men are gonna take obviously advantage of them things, and that's biblically found and biblically sound, because the scriptures talk about for the lack of bread, men are gonna basically invade one another. And they talk about women being ravished and such. And we know when law and order go out, which a lot of these different places, the law, the enforcers don't pay them any mind. Okay, they don't, they pretty much, as the scriptures say, the love of many shall wax cold. Well, they're not empathetic towards them being out there. All right, so they ignore them. So what more do they need? A man, okay, which is the head over a woman. And that goes to be another good a good just for women to know their position. All right, your position is to follow a man of the Lord, if you're an Israelite, okay. Hey, do him, obviously him being your head, okay. Hey, the Lord deliver you, okay. If your desire is supposed to be to your husband, you don't have one. What is that? So a lot of these women out here need to get back in order. You just seen, if you see on GMS Watchmen, the brother, he has saying, he brought the precept, 2 Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor because of lack of bread, and women are getting drugged from, look, they're getting a patch. You look into the video, chick getting snatched by two people,
showing a victim being dragged by someone on a moped and flung into a metal beam.
He drag you trying to clutch a purse, and in that purse you ain't letting go. He's not letting go of you either. So then you're getting banged against metal through. The scriptures talk about how this is Micah. This is in the spirit, the 7th chapter, and I believe it's like the 8th verse. Let me see, our 5th. No, talk about how she shall be as the mire of the streets. 7 and 8. Yeah, this is Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, as the shite in the streets. And I watched one of these war movies called Fury the other day, and I literally seen people being treaded over by tanks as if they were blended in with the mud. Okay, imagine that, you being trotting over like like asphalt on a paver. All right, but it's important you women get a man of the Lord, okay, of the elect, because a man gonna be at made more precious than fine gold. Israelite man, obviously of the elect, and it's talking about how man is gonna be a hiding place from the wind when you read Isaiah the 32 chapter, right? But it says here, back to Genesis chapter 3 and 17, and it says thorns also. Oh, Slacky, let me read it back again. And this is verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened to the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Curse is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. And it says, thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. All right, which we would have to use the different herbs for, obviously, medicines. Let's go back to Psalms 104. Psalms chapter 104, and it says in verse 14, he causes the grass to grow for the cattle and the herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth fed out of the earth. Going on. And that in wine, yayan, that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, which oil is really the understanding, okay, which that make us shine, okay, and bread which strengthen man's heart, really the Lord, he's the bread of life, okay. Your soul is your heart, all right. Man's heart, which you said in the Hebrew, you would say lacham, which is, and lacham is bread, labab, which is heart, and you have napai, nawash, which going back to anash, so anawash, which go back to anash, which is another way of saying man, okay, and you have sa'id. All right, I'm not, which means to strengthen. All right. Yep. So it's good having Yahweh Shai. He's going to strengthen our heart in the time of the trouble. The trees of Yahweh are full of sap. Sap by Bariath in the Hebrew. They don't really got sap here. And this says the cedars of Lebanon, which he had planted. All right, and you have the different the tree sap, okay, which would convert to incense, okay, and they have different properties, okay. Of Rapium, healing, okay. Yeah. So, I think that's it through the spirit. With this lesson, I just wanted to cover that in the spirit. Okay. Hey, Jacob trouble is at hand. Hey, look, man, we seeing last day stuff, activity already going on because we're in the last days anyway. But you're gonna see, like I say, where a chick might want to do this but not have the ability to do this, but she know. Then what if you know that other thing that where you can't get a hand sanitizer bottle, but you know the trees that are abundant everywhere, and eat it and cut them all down, okay, which he's a great feller. And what do you think a woman gonna do when most common women don't know about that knowledge? And what if you possess that knowledge? Okay. And the whole arrangement looked totally different than this, because this look crazy. This on a low level. It's literally on the ground. And I've seen better, more elaborate setups down in areas, but they look through. But and it's like crazy too, because I would assume, I'm not sure if this woman got makeup on, but some of the damn chicks, they still try to get makeup, and in time of trouble, hey, all that stuff is gonna be out the window, okay. But the elect gonna have abundance. So that's a lesson through the spirit. Just hey, I'm glad that Yahweh Shem Shai is just bringing out the abundance of truth to give knowledge to the elect, so that they can endure during the time of trouble, Jacob trouble, which Lord will. This is the hopeful year of Jacob trouble, and I hope it definitely happens this year. Shalom to the elect.